Hi there, and welcome to this Moonstruck Knits video. I'm Natasha, and today I'm sharing some details about my Echo sweater, along with a tutorial for the Sewn tubular bind-off. I designed Echo to celebrate my 10th anniversary as a knitwear designer, and it felt fitting to pay tribute to the design that started it all 10 years ago, my sweater. For all the details about the yarn, yardage, and other specifics, be sure to check my website or the Echo pattern page on Ravelry. For Echo, I wanted a yoke with deep, uninterrupted color work. This meant I couldn't use raglan shaping at the underarms as I did with The challenge with this type of sweater is getting the fit right. A circular yoke can be restrictive, sometimes so much so that the whole body rides up to your chin when you lift your arms. Make the yoke too narrow and you get a bit of a straitjacket effect. Make it too wide and you end up with something closer to a swan show. So this is where the Moonstruck Gusset comes in. I used a generous amount of underarm stitches to create plenty of room for movement. The downside is that this creates a fairly sharp angle between the body and the sleeves, which can cause pulling and stretching. To solve that problem, I filled those corners with short row triangles. This adds extra fabric exactly where it's needed and creates a smoother transition between the body and the sleeve, almost mimicking the shape of a satin sleeve armhole. And that is what I call the Moonstruck Gusset. So let me show you the result. As you can see, the sweater has a lovely fit without any of the underarm issues I mentioned earlier. Now let's move on to the tutorial. For Echo, all the edges are finished using the Sewn tubular bind-off. I love this technique because it creates a beautifully stretchy, continuous edge with a very polished finish. Let me show you how it's done. First, make sure that the first stitch you bind off is at the top of a knit column. Place a pin in each of the first two stitches. These will help you identify those stitches again at the end of the bind-off. The yarn tail should be approximately 3 to 4 times the length of the edge you're binding off. Thread the yarn on a tapestry needle and start binding off. Insert the tapestry needle knitwise into the first stitch and slip it off the needle. Skip the next stitch and insert the tapestry needle purlwise into the second stitch. Pull the yarn through and leave it on a needle. Insert the tapestry needle purlwise into the first stitch and slip it off the needle. Insert the tapestry needle knitwise into the second stitch and you approach it from back to front. In other words, bring the needle between the stitches from the back, then enter the stitch knitwise. Pull the yarn through and leave it on a needle. Knitwise into the first stitch and slip it off. From here you can chant to yourself, purl on, purl off. Knit on, knit off. One more time. Purl on, purl off, knit on, knit off. Repeat until you reach the last 2 stitches of the bind off. Here we are at the last few stitches. And this one was still a purl on, followed by a purl off. Now enter the last stitch on your knitting needle knitwise, knit on, and knit off. Now you are going to use the pins. You're going to lift the pin, the first pin, with the stitch on it. Check if the stitch isn't twisted. Mine is a little bit, I see. So make sure that stitch isn't twisted. Insert your needle, your tapestry needle, as if to purl. Insert your needle as if to purl through the last stitch on your knitting needle. And you can now remove the pin from the stitch. Lift the second and insert your tapestry needle knitwise into that stitch. Pull the yarn through and remove the pin. And you're all done. All the stitches are bound off, leaving you with a lovely, stretchy, continuous edge. I hope you found this tutorial helpful and that you'll enjoy creating your own echo sweater. Happy knitting, and who knows, maybe we'll cross paths again for another yarn-filled adventure. Bye now!